Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Mary Wallace claims she hired the defendant to tutor her daughter, but she failed to pass her exam after she and Mr. Ruiz secretly began dating.
All rise.
Sam Ruiz says his relationship with the plaintiff's daughter didn't cause her to flunk the test.
Good day, everyone. This is the case of Wallace versus Ruiz. Ms. Wallace, you are suing Mr. Ruiz for $4,000 for breach of contract. You say an academic investment turned into a personal distraction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Ruiz, you say merit, not distraction, decided the outcome on this exam. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, I'll start with you, Ms. Wallace. Tell the court what happened.
My name is Mary Wallace. I hired the defendant to tutor my daughter, Catherine Wallace, on an AP physics exam. So he was a reference, well recommended from dear friends of mine. So the tutoring went on for 10 months. And at the end of those 10 months, I ended up with a daughter who not only failed this exam, but actually had some of her other courses suffer as well. And all of a sudden, I find out that there was a relationship going on.
Oh, wait, hold on now.
I want my money back.
Honey, you got the wrong kind of service.
Apparently so.
So, Mr. Ruiz, how long have you been tutoring?
For about 2 years.
For 2 years. How do you end up in a relationship with the lady, the young girl you're tutoring?
Well, that just happened. I was not planning on dating her, on being in a relationship with her. That just happened. My only job here was to tutor her to the best of my ability, and that's what I did.
And so how many weeks would you meet for the tutoring session?
Once a week.
Once a week. How long into this tutoring relationship did something personal happen?
I would say like after the first 5 months.
So it was about 5 months of tutoring?
Yes.
Was it a full relationship, or was it more just you guys were tutoring with benefits?
That's not the case, Your Honor. We were just dating.
You were just dating?
That's correct.
And you weren't in a full relationship?
That's correct.
So, Ms. Wallace, when you hired him for your daughter, I know this wasn't on your bingo card.
No, it was not.
And how long did it take you to find out that they were doing more than just tutoring for AP Physics? They was in AP Physics, all right. They was in Advanced Placement Physics, for sure. The wrong class.
So I'm not even sure when the relationship started. Well, first of all, my husband saw them switch from, near the kitchen table to her room. And we have a very strict...
Hold on now.
Yeah, we have a very strict open door policy when there's boys in the house, and the door was closed one day. And what did I do? I defended him. I defended her. I said, they're just studying, leave them alone. You're being overly, anxious about it. And then they switched to going to tutor at a coffee shop. So I don't know when the relationship started, but I can tell you that my daughter is a very good student.
When they even start trying to go to a bedroom, that was a no-no. How old is your daughter?
She's only 18.
And how old are you, Mr. Ruiz?
I am 22.
22. Okay.
My daughter's 19 now, but she was 18 at the time.
All right. And so you're suing him for breach of contract?
Yes, I want my money back. Clearly, he didn't tutor her successfully in any way, shape, or form, and I can't be sure he was really tutoring her at all.
You presented some evidence to the court. I'd like to review that. Exhibit A is...
Those are the payments.
All of your payments.
Yeah. So to show that I paid him...
So it was $400 per session?
Yeah, $50 an hour, 2 hours a week.
Okay. And so you've paid him a total of $4,000. Exhibit
Correct.
B is...
That is the moment that I found out what was going on was via this text. She walked out of the room, and I saw this text on her phone, and I made her print this out for me.
So you knew then that there was something going on more than tutoring?
Yes. Well,
instantly. Well, it starts off with, hey, babe.
And with the little heart emojis and stuff. And,
how are you doing
like,
today?
You're not dumb, baby. Like, what? We'll cuddle and I'll kiss it all better?
Well, yeah.
That's not tutoring.
That's not what you want
From your
to hear.
tutor, no.
And Mr. Ruiz, you also presented some evidence to the court.
I have evidence here that shows my lesson plan that I had for her. We were reviewing topics such as kinematics, oscillations, work, energy, and power.
Coming up,
It doesn't change the fact, though, that you paid for something.
And they both hit it.
At the end of the day, he was almost getting paid $400 a week
To take her out on
date
dates.
your daughter.
Yeah.
and later,
where if you get a perfect game of 12 strikes in the bowling, you get $1,000. While I was playing the end of my game, his system glitched. Something happened.
Oh, no.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Mary Wallace, who blames Sam Ruiz for her daughter's poor grades.
As a tutor, what were your benchmarks? How do you see if your tutoring is working? Because at the end of the day, you were hired to provide a service. How do you make checks and balances to see, all right, let me know how you're doing your homework, or how many did you get wrong on your homework, or how many did you get wrong on your test? How were you keeping up with that?
Yes, I do ask my clients how they're doing after their tests. Most of them are doing well. They obviously learned from my lessons. And actually, Catherine, she got a 4 out of 5 in my practice test. So.
And you felt like she was doing okay?
Yes, I thought she was ready.
Did you understand that he was giving practice tests, Ms. Wallace?
I wasn't aware of their full lesson plan. He did show me the paper at one point, but again, I'm trusting my daughter that she's gonna, work hard at this.
But you understand that as a tutor, you're providing a service. You're not
Correct.
guaranteeing a grade.
Yes.
There's no way
That is
he
true.
can guarantee how your daughter will actually perform on the test.
Is he gonna help her by saying, "You're not dumb, baby"?
Well, I mean,
That's
listen.
not what's going on here.
Listen, I agree with the fact that when you have your daughter tutoring with a young man who you hired to help her in physics, and then it ends up turning into a dating relationship, that you were disappointed and you feel like that's not what I paid for.
It's inappropriate.
Exactly. However, it is not too far-fetched spending that much time together that they may find interest in one another. Now, and I'm not saying this to demean you in any way, but if she would have got a 5 out of 5 in the physics exam, would you have said, ooh, my daughter's new boyfriend is a physics genius and she met the nicest guy? Could the story have shifted if she had actually done well on the exam?
Perhaps, but that's not what happened. She did poorly on the
Exactly.
exam, and she did poorly in her other classes, and she's really struggling her freshman year.
Okay, but then how much of this variable, that's why I asked you the question, how much does it rely on not what Mr. Ruiz did, but what your daughter did?
Well, they're hiding
Meaning,
this relationship
did
from
she
me.
or did she not do her very best? These variables just started shifting in a way that I think is reasonably foreseeable, that young people, it may happen with young people. It doesn't change the fact, though, that you paid for something.
And they both hit it.
At the end of the day, he was almost getting paid $400 a week
To take her out on
date
dates.
your daughter.
Yeah, I was paying for their dates.
This is a new dating show, okay? Listen, I don't think you've proven, because of your daughter's failure to perform well on the test, that Mr. Ruiz did not tutor her. That's unfortunately what you needed to prove, is to show you didn't get the benefit of your bargain, right? There was a bargain for exchange. I pay you to tutor my daughter, you tutor my daughter. You haven't shown anything that suggests that he didn't tutor her. What you've shown is that she didn't perform well. But at the end of the day, Mr. Ruiz, I have to address you. When you agree to provide a service, it's reasonable for a parent to think that you're not going to also be asking her daughter out on a date.
Correct.
She paid you to just tutor her daughter.
Correct.
It was not to see, can I date her? And even if you ended up liking her, as a professional, you should have said, you know what, let's get you through this AP class. Let's get you the best grades we can. We're not going into any personal stuff. Because I do believe this personal thing that you developed with her interfered with her ability to concentrate, with your ability to just focus on AP Physics. For that reason, I think both of you have a part to play in what happened here. I'm going to award the plaintiff $2,000, which is half of the amount she asked for, because it's a lesson you need to learn, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Every math, right, got to math. Meaning, when you sign up to do a service for somebody and you add an additional variable into it, you're getting more than what she bargained for. And that is not a fair exchange. Are you still dating her daughter?
Yes.
So at least your daughter has a nice guy. Now, what happened with physics? Did we pass the class?
She's going to have to take it later, and she's very stressed out this freshman year. I mean, we hope to get the full amount back.
You didn't bring her to court with you, so I'm just going to say, as a mother, this is a great moment for you to step in as a mother. But you have to talk to her about staying focused on her goal, right?
Yes.
Because although she may have met a nice guy and now she's dating him, she's still got to climb that whole mountain again. And it's a very tough lesson, and I don't know how many women out here have learned it. When you get distracted with boys and dating, you keep your eye off the prize. And at the end of the day, he can't go in there and take that test for her.
Yep. She's
She's got to take it for herself. And so she needs to focus on herself as well. Judgment for the plaintiff for $2,000. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,000.
I don't know how I feel about this judgment. I'm happy that I got something back, but I really do think that I deserve the full amount back.
I'm really sorry that you feel this way. If anything, now I can tutor your daughter without charging.
Coming up,
The policies are posted next to the contest for everyone to read. And it says if you reach the 10th frame and you've bowled 10 strikes consecutively, you go and you find a staff member from the bowling alley to come and witness the final 3 rolls. He didn't do that.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Tony Galen claims he lost out on a big cash prize because the bowling scoreboard glitched during his winning streak. Paul Dunlap says he offered the plaintiff another shot at the jackpot, but Mr. Galen turned down the deal.
This is the case of Galen versus Dunlap. Mr. Galen, you are suing Mr. Dunlap for $1,000 for fraud. You say a flawless run led to an empty payout. And the defendant, you say the scoreboard doesn't make the rules. All right, Mr. Galen, I want to start with you. A flawless run doing what?
Bowling.
Bowling.
Yes.
All right, so you are a bowler.
Yes, I'm a bowler.
Okay, and so how do you believe that you were defrauded by Mr. Dunlap?
Well, while I was playing the end of my game, we were heading towards the climax where I would have gotten a perfect score to reach and win his contest, where if you get a perfect game of 12 strikes in the bowling, you get $1,000. You get your picture up on the wall, and you get unlimited wins. Now, while I'm getting towards the climax of the game, and I'm about to hit that last strike, his system went out of bounds, glitched, something happened.
Oh, no.
Something happens, and the screen turned black.
Oh, no.
My friend and I had the exact same reaction. Oh, no.
So,
And
Mr.
once the-
Dunlap, what happened?
There was a electronic glitch. It happens. It's electronics. Sometimes the system fails, and it just failed. And it went off, it reset, and whatever score had been captured up to that point was lost.
Coming up,
He didn't show me this picture.
That's the first thing you showed. My screen just glitched out, but we did take a picture of it before it did.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Tony Galen, who brought Paul Dunlap to court for fraud.
All right, but was there any way to know that he had, where were you at, 11 strikes in a row at that point?
Yes, and I have a picture, not with 11, but with 10 that I took myself of the scoreboard.
Okay, I see you here. You had 9 in a row.
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Dunlap, what is your policy when something like that happens? You have the contest listed. What do you do in situations like that?
The policies are posted next to the contest for everyone to read. And it says if you reach the 10th frame and you've bowled 10 strikes consecutively, you go and you find a staff member from the bowling alley to come and witness the final 3 rolls. He didn't do that.
Once I got his attention of the glitch, he told me the exact same thing we're hearing right now, which is, you know, it's just a glitch. There's nothing I can really do about it. He offered me a free game afterwards, but I felt that was unjust.
Once the glitch happened, the whole score was erased. Everything's gone. It's like everything.
But he had the picture to show.
He did not show it to me.
You didn't show him the picture?
He didn't show me this picture.
That's the first thing you show. You go over to him and say, sir, my screen just glitched out, but we did take a picture of it before it did. The same reason why you brought that picture to me, you should have showed it to him.
Yeah.
So now you hear about this, and then you say what?
I would have no reason to deprive him of that win if that were the case. I didn't do that.
What I want to ask you is, what was your consolation prize? Since he didn't show you the picture, what did you offer?
I offered him to play another game for free. He instead got in my face, started cursing at me. So it's like, I'm not going to give him anything because of the way he's behaving towards me.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
I don't know what his deal is, but
me either. But fortunately, I don't have to figure out what his deal is. What I do have to adjudicate is whether or not you committed fraud, right? Did you defraud Mr. Galen somehow when the machine glitched and he was on his streak trying to win this prize? And that means you would have had to have that knowledge that as he was bowling and when he got to that 9th frame, that machine was going to go out. There has been no evidence here. When the machine glitched, you offered a remedy to cure and to still give him the opportunity to win the $1,000 and the wings. But you said no. But the problem is the court can only give a remedy when there are true damages. And that's not how the court works. You have not proven damages of $1,000, therefore I cannot award them. Judgment for the defendant, the plaintiff's claim is dismissed. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
you've been a customer, come back. Try again. I'm not mad at you. Just come back and don't sue me again because I got stuff to do during the day and I can't be hanging out in court. Thank you.
Out of your daydreams, pal.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.